Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. I'm Octavia Klein, and today I'm going to take you into my camera bag. So today is my camera equipment day, all right? So I'm gonna take you into my camera bag, show you all the things that I am using currently that's like kind of like my run and go. Like I have a lot of equipment, so I've got lighting, I've got tripods and all that, but I'm literally gonna show you what is just like in my basic camera bag. I've been a photographer for 12 years and I've shot many things over the years. I've changed gears several times. I've shot food, I have shot furniture, I've shot products, I have shot portraits, I have shot families, weddings. I do not do weddings anymore. Events, all kinds of things, all right? And more currently, I'm actually shooting a lot more celebrities. So this is what's inside my bag. And if you want a detailed guide that has all the links to all the equipment that I own for professional photography, for videography, for smartphone photography, you can grab my free guide below. I give a detailed description of each item, why I use it, if I would keep it, if I would replace it, and so much more. And it will have the links to all of that equipment in there. Now, of course, some of them are affiliate links, but hey, that's what I'm here to make some money, right? It costs you nothing, but it will help me out and keep this channel going. All right, so this is what's in my bag. I have a Think Tank travel bag. This is the Airport Plus. Love this bag. Think Tank makes the best bags. A couple things that are actually not here I'm gonna show you real quick are my pocket wizards. I have two pocket wizards for setting off strobes, which are the +3 and the Multi-Max. If I was to get these, I love both of these, but I would probably buy another one of these if I was to do this over again. I would go with this, but I do have both. I also have several different adapter cords that will plug into the strobes and be able to fire these, because there are several different kinds of strobes out there and they all take different adapters. So over the years, I've had to collect quite a few. And another thing that's in here is an LED light. This is just in case I need some still lighting and just need to add a little extra light. I don't love this one. It is a bling vlogger light. I would actually go with the Lume Cube, and I'm actually feeling like I should upgrade to the Lume Cube. I don't love this light. It doesn't hold charge. It's not great color. It's not very powerful at all. I also have the DJI mic set. I'm actually using that right now, so I only have one in here, but it usually has the other two pieces, but I'm actually using them to record this video. But this right here is one of the best mic sets, and I love that it has this little charging case. Really awesome for doing video. I also have the Sony professional headphones. These are dynamic professional headphones, so I use these when I'm doing video to make sure the sound quality is great. So I have 3 cameras. So I've been a photographer again for 12 years, and my starter camera was actually the Canon 60D, but I quickly realized that that was not the best camera for me, and I upgraded to the 5D Mark III. And then I quickly realized I actually needed 2 bodies, because at some point I was on set and one of my bodies got dropped and I was without a camera for a couple weeks, and that was mean I was without work. So I have 2 bodies as a backup. These are also great when you are shooting events or weddings. It's always great to have 2, because you don't want to miss a moment. And I might have like a shorter lens on one of these cameras and maybe a zoom lens or a longer lens on the other camera, so I can get different angles of the event without having to take the moment to change out lenses and miss a moment of somebody's very special day like their wedding. So I have 2 bodies. I have a third camera, which is a newer camera. This is the S5 Mark II, and I have my 50mm lens on here. This is kind of like my go-to right now. This is a mirrorless camera. I absolutely love it for video. So the reason I use this is because my camera partners, Dave and Jeff, they use Lumix. So in order for all of our videos to be cohesive and for me to be able to shoot with them, I also needed to get a Lumix. Really love this body. I'm almost thinking about just getting 2 of these and upgrading to these 2 bodies. I also love the new Canon mirrorless camera, but I'm gonna tell you this. If I had it to start over, I would go actually with, as a photographer, I would go with Nikon. Nikon has great lenses, they have great glass, they shoot it great at high ISOs without a lot of grain, but I had always known Canon, loved Canon, and so I just went with a Canon in the beginning, and it was easy for me to learn on. But if I had it to do over again, I would have went with Nikon. My favorite lens, go-to lens, love this lens, is the 85mm L lens. This is a 1.2 lens. Love, love, love this lens. And also one of my starter lenses. This is my very first starter lens, which is the 24-70, because I could do a lot with it, and I could only afford so much when I first started, but at least I could go all the way from 24 up to 70, so I could get a very wide angle or take very great portraits with this lens. So this is the 1.2 L lens 24-70. More recently, I got this 50mm lens. I got this actually on sale. It was a used one, and it works great, and I've been wanting it for years in my kit, so this is like my go-to right now. I absolutely love that lens. I also have a 100mm macro lens. This is also a 1.2 lens, and I love this lens because it is great for food photography. It is my go-to food photography lens. So this is a great lens for food photography. I also have, this is a newer lens that I just got, is the 135mm. So for a long time, what I've heard recently from my guru is that the 135mm was actually the go-to portrait lens. And then somehow the 85mm came out and everybody was raving about this lens. And this lens came out around the time that I was starting my photography career. So I thought this was the go-to portrait lens, but it turns out the 135 is. And actually it's a really awesome lens. It's also a refurbished lens, but it's in great shape, great quality, and I absolutely love it. I also have a small 35mm that I used when I was doing some 3D photography. This was before all the 3D printers came out, and I needed a 35mm lens. Kind of a cheaper lens. I don't use it a lot, but I keep it because I've got it, right? And then I have one more lens down here on the bottom, which is the 70-200. I also bought this used. I don't use this a lot because it's really heavy. And I just find that I don't need it that much. I feel like I can do great things with this 135, which isn't so heavy. I don't like how much weight is on this, how big it is. It's very cumbersome, and so I don't use it a lot, but I do keep it in here because I have it. All of these are actually lens filters, so a lot of these are neutral density filters. I use these when I am doing furniture and product photography for lens flares and glares. These are my Rode mics, so I have two of them that I can attach to the DJI mic system. So I use these for the DJI mic system. There's two of them in here. And I have two card cases. I have one for my CF cards. So I have all my CF cards for my Canons. And then I have my SD cards in here for my Lumix, which some of them I've been using. So that's a little empty. I also have a battery case. I have this nice think tank battery case. When my batteries are empty, I turn them around this way. When they are full, I have them in this way. So that lets me know when I get home which ones need to be charged. I also have my tether tools. So this is for when I'm tether capturing into Lightroom or into Capture One. I have my tethering cables. I have my tethering block so that if somebody pulls on my cable, it doesn't like pull right out and hurt anything. I have different things for my tripods in here. I also have this really great little tool guy. This is from Small Rig, and there's all different kinds of tools on here, which is really awesome. I just got this from my friend, he gifted it to me. And I have a few other cables in here just in case I need it for tethering. So that's my tether tools. I also have in here my battery chargers for my Lumix, my Canon battery chargers as well. So I have two each of those. I have those on the go. I have my external flash in case I need it. And up here in the upper part of the bag, I have some cables, I have extra batteries, I have a pen, and I have some lens cleaning cloth. So that is what is inside my camera bag. I hope you enjoyed that. So I hope you enjoyed a sneak peek into my equipment bag today. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And again, if you want my free guide with all the links to the equipment that I talked about today and all the equipment that I have in my kit in general, you can grab that free guide in the description below. There's a link for that. If you're struggling at all with photography, with creating reels, just anything you might be struggling with, and you're like, you know what, I would really love some coaching from Octavia, you can actually book a coaching call with me, and that link is down below in the description as well. And I'll check you out in the next video.